slave saved the paralyzed queen, dragging her on the broken ship's hull, and she paid him with freedom. The royal dreadnought Varia's light was a pride of the Kethri Empire, until the night it became a falling star. The blast began deep within the reactor core, a chain of failures that tore through the decks like the breath of a dying god. In the chaos, among the shrieking alarms and collapsing metal, a human laborer named Kalen kept running. He wasn't a soldier. He was a slave, property of the Empire, marked with a burned brand of servitude. Yet when an emergency channel crackled with a faint, broken plea for help, he turned toward it instead of away. The voice was strained, regal even through pain. "This is Queen Serenia of Kether. Coordinates, life support failing." Kalen found her pinned beneath a collapsed bulkhead. Her armor cracked, her legs twisted uselessly. The hull around them groaned under the pressure of decompression. "Leave me," she rasped. "That's an order." "Not taking orders today," he said, wedging a beam under the door. His muscles screamed. Hot blood ran down his arms. With a roar, the plate shifted just enough for him to pull her free. The queen gasped as he hauled her over his shoulder and staggered to the burning corridor. Every system was dying. The lights, the air, the gravity itself. A breach opened ahead. Beyond it was the void. No escape pods, no airlocks. Just a maintenance hatch that led directly to the outer hull. Kalen slammed the override, felt the wind rip at his suit, and jumped. For a moment there was no sound, no up or down, only starlight and wreckage tumbling in slow silence. He anchored himself and the queen to a torn plate of hull with a tether. Her breath came in shallow gasps. "My spinal implant shattered," she said. "I can't move." "Then don't. I'll do the moving." He began dragging them across the broken ship toward the distant flicker of a distressed beacon tower. Every meter was a battle. His oxygen gauge blinked red. Shards of debris tore his suit. The queen watched him, confusion and all battling in her eyes. "Why?" she finally asked. "You owe me nothing." Kalen gritted his teeth. "Because you're still alive. That's enough." "You're human," she murmured. "You should hate me." "I don't have the energy for hate right now." Hours passed. The wreck spun slowly over a pale moon, the light painting him in silver and blue. Twice he nearly lost grip. Twice he pulled them back. When they reached the beacon, he smashed the manual ignition and collapsed beside her. "Signal sent," he panted. "They'll think I'm dead," she whispered. "Then we'll prove them wrong." He tore the heating layer from his suit and wrapped it around her. She tried to protest. He silenced her with a grin. "First royal order I'm disobeying." Her lips curved faintly. "You're insufferable." "Good. Means you're still breathing." When rescue ships finally arrived, the medics found them frozen together. The queen alive, the slave barely conscious. Both were carried to the flagship Krytha's Dawn. Kalen woke days later under soft light. The room smelled of metal and antiseptic. A voice said, "You are impossible to kill." The queen sat beside him in a grav chair, her legs wrapped in silver supports. "Your Majesty," he rasped. She smiled. "You dragged me through space. You can call me Serenia." She handed him a holographic tablet. On it glowed an imperial decree. "You're free," she said simply. "Your record erased, your brand nullified." He blinked. "I didn't do it for that." "I know. That's why you deserve it." During her recovery, Kalen remained aboard as an engineer. The queen often asked about Earth, its oceans, its storms, the smell of rain. He told her stories of endurance. Humans crossing deserts, surviving winters, never giving up. She listened like a student before a teacher. "Your species fights everything," she said one evening, "even the universe itself." He shrugged. "Habit." When she took her first steps again, he was there, steadying her arm as her new prosthetic spine whirred softly. The guards whispered a scandal, an alien queen leaning on a human slave. But Serenia ignored them. "They think freedom is given," she told him. "You showed me it's earned." One night, as the ship sailed between stars, she asked, "If you could go anywhere, where would you go?" "Someplace where no one owns anyone." She smiled. "Then come with me, not as property, as my guard and my friend." "And your nobles?" he asked. They'll remember, she said, eyes glinting, that without a human who refused a bow, their queen will be dust on the void. Years later, the legend spread across the systems. The tale of the slave who dragged a paralyzed queen across the hull of a dying ship, and a queen who repaid him not with gold, but with freedom. Sometimes when they passed a viewport and saw the stars reflected in the glass, Serena would whisper, "You taught me what strength means." And Kalen would answer, "You taught me what living feels like." Between them, the endless dark seemed almost human,